Libra, hey there babies, Melissa here to do your weekly love reading. This is for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. It's not going to resonate for all Libras. If it does resonate for you, I'd love a like and a subscribe from you. If you already are subscribed, thank you so much and welcome back. Anything you need to know about me, you can find in the About section of my channel, and anything you need to know about anything you need to know about leaving the channel a donation, you can find in the description box below. This is a love reading, and we're going to be looking at the energy that you bring to the connection, the energy the person you have in mind brings, as well as an overall energy and a potential outcome between the two. So anywhere from single to married and anywhere in between, just whomever you have on that pretty little Libran brain of yours. Let's get at your love life. Ruh-roh. I feel like we've been walking away from love, but let's get it. We got the Eight of Cups. Man. All right. Well, let's get at it. You're not going to find a place to talk about a bad relationship better than here, okay? Because I'm not going to judge anybody in this relationship, not even your person. What I am going to do is try to get you to understand that this connection is, I just feel like you're in your power right now and you're walking away from connections. I don't even think you see this one, but I do feel like you're kind of leaving. I'm really speculating. I'm really speculating a lot here, but I do feel like we're walking away from people, places, and things that don't serve us, and that is relationships, jobs. I feel like you're manifesting your true and utter happiness is what I feel like right now, because you're doing things the right way, doing some healing, and I feel like we saw all of this last week as well. I feel like it's going to bring in ample opportunities, not just in your love life, but in general in life. I feel like once we truly do get to connect fully with our soul, our spirit, our heart, whatever you want to call it, it's all the same thing. We have ego, heart, brain, heart, ego, soul, whatever it is. Like, there's so many different ways of saying it, but we are all two parts to our puzzle, okay? And it's human and soul, and I feel like once you really allow your soul to do some of the talking, and granted, I think our human has protected our soul in a lot of points in our life, but truly, to truly live authentically, you're going to need your soul, whatever it is your soul feels called to be able to roam free. And while we're guarding it and staying in our logical mind, it doesn't have that space to do that, okay? But once we do come into balance and we do allow our spirit to do some of the talking, I think we're going to have ample opportunities in all areas of our life. So again, this Eight of Swords is our spirit trying to tell us something that our human is refusing to believe or doesn't buy for some reason. Our spirit knows everything, by the way, and our human does not, and our human is very skeptical. Our logical mind is very skeptical. So it's about really believing the messages that come through you, and whatever that is, you're going to be given messages that pertain to your life only, okay? Your purpose here, your reason for being here. And so it's not going to make sense to other people. I've found that out firsthand. But I feel very called to do my thing, and it's about really following your callings fearlessly. And some days I am more fearless, and some days I am not. Some days I'm just pretending to be fearless. But the reality is there is a little part of me that is a little fighter, fearless, and whatnot. So I feel like it's about being fearless. I feel like this is allowing fear to stop your spirit from doing the work it's here to do. That's what I feel, okay? The Eight of Cups is you walking away from people that are probably making you feel like whatever it is you're being called to is crazy. It's not, okay? So as long as it's coming from it's not always going to come from a space that people agree with, but as long as it's going to come from a space that is conducive to the world's betterment, it's the betterment of the world, something that will feed the world, not take away from it. That's a calling, and you're being spiritually guided and called to those things, right? I feel like you're walking away from the ishy people that are telling you that whatever it is you're being called to is not valid. Nobody really can get it. I've come to this realization too. People can't get on that level with you. They literally can only see what they can see, and they can only come from their perspective, okay? And it's about, one of my favorite spiritual leaders, I don't know what to call him, says it's people can only meet you on the level that they've met themselves. So it's like, just, if they haven't awakened to their own spiritual gifts, their own awareness or knowings, whatever it is, it doesn't even have to be a spiritual gift. But I believe we all do have spiritual gifts. I just believe that we're all one ego death away from unlocking the magic of those, okay? Wow, weird messages coming through. And I feel like you are walking away from all things that are kind of stopping you or holding you back. Good for you. I don't know what this is, but looks lovely. Looks romantic. We'll find out. Piscean energy, we'll find out more. The Ten of Wands. I do feel like you guys have been carrying the weight of the world, and I will say to you, and I don't know what that is. I think it has a lot to do with we've been very conditioned to care what people think of us, especially when you care about people. So here, I will just give you an example that I feel very called to. I care about people usually more than they care about themselves, and I feel very called to help people. But in that calling, I have to also not care what they think of me. Okay, so it's a weird space to be in, but it is about really letting the ego die and letting the spirit take over, okay? To live a truly fulfilled life, whatever that is. We are still here to have a human experience, but it is about when you can truly feed your soul within this human experience is where the magic happens, and that's what I feel like you're off to do. Feed your soul. These Libra, again, I don't know who I'm reading for, but these Libra readings have been probably the most spiritually gifted of all of the readings. So whoever you are, good for you. And I do feel like that's bringing some, again, once you kind of get past your human desire to doubt everything you believe, it's like these thoughts come through, but your human's like, no, that can't be right. Because egotistically, we think those are our own thoughts, and they're not. They're actually downloaded information. So egotistically, we have a hard time, believing in ourselves. But what has helped me is really realizing it's not my information. It's not, I don't get to take credit for it, and I don't get to down talk it. It's coming through, and it's real. So again, if it's coming from a place of fear, that is not your spirit talking. That is your ego. And if it's coming from a place of love, that is your spirit talking. But again, when it is kind of outrageous or something that the world isn't ready for yet, it makes us doubt ourselves and really call ourselves crazy, okay? But you're not, and whomever I'm reading for is gifted. I can feel it in every area. You are going to, you offer. You got 2 3s in your, this could be a situation where, the third-party situation. I'm not going to go speculate on that. That's not my job here, okay? That's, I'm not going to, I don't see anybody cheating on you, and if you're cheating on anybody, that's your own business, and I'm not here to judge. So I don't really care. What I'm going to tell you is we don't go longing or searching for other connections when we're fulfilled from within. And this is all the fulfillment I'm talking about here. Walking away from things that don't emotionally fulfill you to find what does. Truthfully, our calling, our purpose here is the only thing that can truly fill us from the inside out. Once we find that, and once we really start to believe what our spirit is telling us, we walk into all kinds of different partnerships, connections, relationships, romantic or not romantic, that are truly fulfilling, truly well-oiled machines, because we're going to attract like-minded people. We're going to attract people that are also on that same path. Okay, and I think, look, the 8 of Cups and the 6 of Swords. Did you have that last week? You are walking away and rowing away from all things that are not conducive to your best life, and that is exactly where we need to be. It feels really uncomfortable as we're walking away because we're wondering, are we making the right call here? Are we, if these people are making you feel less than worthy in your own skin for your own thoughts, walking away from them is not only okay, it's mandatory. You won't be able to live your fulfilled life while they are holding you back, okay? So I'm just saying, like, there is this discomfort while going through this. It's like, oh, I feel lonely. Oh, I'm doing it. And you really at first have no validation that you're doing the right thing. You really have to trust your spirit. Your spirit knows already. And it's about coming into a connection with that spirit that you're like, okay, everybody around me says this isn't the right thing to do, but my spirit is telling me it is. And it's about coming into ignoring everyone else and knowing your spirit is always going to lead you down the right path, okay? I don't think this is a connection you're in currently, but I'm going to get some cards on it. Lots of cards, because they just flew out like this. I feel like whomever you're going to come into connection with, again, I don't think this is in your 3D yet, okay? I think that the creator's waiting to send this in until you've done this really connecting to your spirit. And we were never supposed to be obedient like they say in religions. We are supposed to obey our own thoughts, okay? Our own pure thoughts that come through without fear, because they always have the right, they always have the righteous path ahead. And if we obey our own thoughts and our own inner knowings, we are protected. We're protected from our own pain. We're protected from getting ourselves into painful situations, really. Because when we let our ego do the running of the show, we end up in situations that are less than forthcoming, less than, I don't even know where I'm going with all that. The reality is on the other side of you really trusting yourself, you have some great connections coming in. And I feel like the person that you are going to come into connection with, again, I don't think you have any sights on them at all yet. That's what I'm getting for whoever I'm reading for. I feel like they're going through a shakeup of their own that is really getting them to trust their spirit. And I feel like you guys are really learning how to set down the weight of the world and really understand that putting your energy into things that are going to feed yourself and the world, great. Putting your energy and your love into things that are not, that are not growing, okay? When you put your time, effort, energy into something that is never going to get any further along than it was when you met it. This could be a person, this could be a job, this could be whatever. It's like becoming the cashier at Burger King, knowing that there is no management positions, okay? I don't know where this is coming from. What a weird analogy. Bear with me. But I feel like that is you guys coming into this realization of we've maybe been putting our time, effort, energy into things that are not, they have no payout. Not because we shouldn't just give freely, because if I'm pouring into someone, let's just say pouring into someone who is never going to grow, it's not that you don't love them unconditionally, it's that you're literally wasting energy. Because, this is so weird. What a weird, I can't even spit the message out correctly. Hopefully one of you get what I'm saying. But it's about knowing when to pour into stuff and when not to. It's like if pouring into something is going to make it better for themselves, that's fine as long as it doesn't take away from you. But if you're pouring into something or someone that doesn't have the capacity to grow beyond where they are now, it is a wasted energy. And you have, this miraculous energy to do great things with it. But if you're pouring into all the wrong things, it's useless and it's being wasted. Interesting stuff. I feel like once you really come into a connection of trusting your spirit, the universe is going to offer this Ace of Cups, this sweet fulfillment in all areas of your life. Emotional fulfillment. Emotional fulfillment will come from the inside out. This was a weird message again. I love you, Libras, so much. And I always wonder, there's a few people who I know I read for, and then some weird messages come along. I'm like, who's that one for? Integrity. It says, you demonstrate the truth and honesty of your soul and manifest love with your every action. Oh my God, it's just so gorgeous and exactly what I was talking about. It's about really trusting that, though. And I think that again, when we have this desire, this calling, it feels, we get insecure about it. We get, but that is your ego telling you that you're not capable or worthy of the calling you're being called to. You're capable and worthy. You were literally actually built specifically to, answer to that call. Okay. I love you so much, and I will see you next week. Mwah.